the main thing about minerals is that they drive all of the electrical connections in your body. So without minerals, you would not be able to move, think, talk, anything.
Yeah.
And in fact, if you were lying in a bathtub and we threw in a radio or something, you wouldn't get electrocuted.
Yeah.
So this is why, minerals as that foundation, as that substrate, as the most fundamental thing that you can put in your body, because they support all of the electrical activity, the neural, the neurotransmitter, all of that. It's all driven at the most fundamental level by minerals.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have another question for you. So people, I'm sure, are going to listen to the podcast, and there are other companies that use humic and fulvics.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you recommend somebody to explore Beam?
Yeah.
Because we could go. You're right. We can get on Amazon, and you guys are on Amazon.
We are on Amazon.
We are.
Yeah. It's only our company. Nobody else sells.
Right. But why would people look to Beam?
Yeah. Well, so you can get humic in, like Shilajit is humic.
Yeah.
And you can get other products that are like Cellcore has a humic product. They use it for detox of glyphosate and other heavy metals and things like that. So, I never say a single bad thing about any humic and fulvic product. The beautiful thing about this is that they're tools. So one thing about humic, so I am one of these people. I've had mold exposure. I've had autoimmune, and I've also, since COVID, if I drink our microboost as a shot, and I do that for 3 days in a row, boom, I will get hives. So my body goes into detox response extremely easily. And now one of the problems is because I'm still working on getting rid of the mold that I lived in a moldy house for several years. So that's just my challenge. But if I take it and I put it in this big cup of water, and I pour it in there and I drink it over this time while we're talking, I get no response. Now, if I have a powder in a pill, it's very hard to titrate. But if we have something we call the slow introduction method, so if you're somebody who you're sensitive, most people who know that they're very sensitive, you just start very small. I mean, with sometimes a quarter teaspoon in a glass of water over a period of time. But even more so, you can start and just take electrolytes. So you're just going to use the fulvic. And this we get into a whole other subject, which is about detox, but we won't go too deep. But the point with fulvic is you're giving your body all that full spectrum of minerals that's going to increase the energy output in your body, because it's delivering the minerals directly into the mitochondria to uptick all of the energy throughout your body.
Yeah.
And now when you start detoxing, by then maybe a week or 10 days or 2 weeks later, then you're going to start using the humic very slowly. And like an ecosystem, you're going to introduce it bit by bit, just slowly titrating up over time. And you're not going to have to experience any detox. Yeah. So that's the beauty of Beam, is that it's liquid. You don't have to add a pill. It tastes like water. So lots of other liquid minerals have flavor. They've added flavors. I don't understand why, but they did. And you have these two tools, so that allows people who are more sensitive to work with them.
Yeah, step up and step down.
Yeah, and even if, like, let's say you ate something, you went to a restaurant or something and you ate something and you're feeling like food poisoning. You go home and you take some microboost. Yeah. Get it out.
I got rocked 2 weeks ago with food poisoning.
You should have used that, yeah.
I mean, I have been. It rocked me. It's so rare. What I really like to do is, if I'm going to eat out anytime, I like to pregame.
That's the way to go.
Like 10 or 15 minutes. And I like to have that around, like if I time, and I know this probably people are like, oh my God, this guy's crazy. The like 10 or 15 minutes before I'm going to eat. So it's like around gallbladder, liver, around the bile secretion. So as I'm releasing toxins in that bile, my binder's kind of ready to go. And I'm coating that small bowel for any possible, things that would leak through the small bowel. And that's just like I've gotten to the point where I'll eat out, but if I'm at an event or a show or out of town, I'll go eat somewhere. But really, I'm eating in like 3 restaurants that I know.
That's the thing.
I'm like down to 3 or 4 places
Same
that I was
here.
like, it's just not worth it because I cook so good.
Same here.
I cook so good and I love food. So it's really interesting how it's become my priority has been feeling good, as opposed to like, spending a lot of money on a meal that might make me sick.
Exactly.
It's just not worth it.
It's just not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Functionality is like number one.
Yeah. I think as we get older, it's like really want to feel good.